All right, so let's move on to the next topic, which is the default parameters. So sometimes we need to define a function. We do not know whether user pass. We can allow user to either pass a value or skip passing the input. When they skip passing the input, then we need to have some functionality. What value should be assigned to that input in the function definition? Okay. So let's take it as an example here. So definition, we have a function print underscore date. We have first parameter day, the second parameter month, and then the third parameter. So while I'm defining third parameter, I'm assigning it a value, okay? And then there is some functionality inside it, okay? So these are the function calls 5, 6, and line number 5, 6, and 7. So you see, in the first function call, I pass this value 6, which will be assigned to the first parameter, day. Fab will be assigned to month, and 2023 will be assigned to year 2023, which is already defined, okay? Next time when I'm calling this function, I'm passing the different value for the year. What does that mean? So the default value will be overwritten with what I pass, okay? And in the third call, I'm not passing any value at all. It will not throw off any error. So when you call this function, when we are not passing any value, it will pick the default value to use in the inside logic of the function. Okay? Make sense? So when I run this code, it will print today's date is month, whatever the value that we have assigned to month, and the day and the year. This is another important thing where most of the beginners get caught up in. So it does not matter in what order I use these values, whatever I have passed this. So here you can see today's date is, I'm using month first. It's my choice whether I want to use month, whether I want to use date, whether I want to use year, or whether I do not want to use anything at all. Okay? It's just like you define variables in your code. You want to use them in any order. So do not get caught up why month came first, why day came later. So you can put them in any order. Okay? The only important thing is when you pass the value 6, it will be assigned to the first positional parameter. These are the positional arguments. When you assign 6, it will be passed to first value before comma. And when you pass whatever value you pass, it will be assigned to month. So the default parameter would always come at the end of the parameter list. You cannot have day equals, let's say 1, and then you have other parameters. If you need to define any default parameter, that would always come at the end of the list. Okay? This is important. And then we can also sometimes, like, we do not know how many number of arguments user might end up passing to the machine. That is what we call the arbitrary arguments. We will be talking about it later. So yeah, I will give a quick demo before we actually proceed towards the project. But any question here? Understood? Okay. So you may expect similar kind of very simple questions like this. I may give you a code snippet like this. Like here, you should be able to identify whether any default value is already there. So if I ask you like A plus B, and you see that B is not being passed, but there is a default value assigned to it, so what value will be used? Okay? So you should be able to read the code through how it will execute. A very good example could be print function. So we have been using print function, which is a built-in function available. We only pass that we want to print, but we never thought of like we can pass any additional arguments. So in the definition, if you look at the definition where it is defined in your built-in files, it has some default parameters. So the default, one of the default behavior for print function is it will print this message and changes the line automatically. So when you run this code, run these two consecutive statements, how will it appear on your screen? Will it appear in the same line, or how will it appear? Two different lines. Because when this line is executed, it will print hello, and then it will automatically change the line because the end character, there is an end parameter in print function. which has a default value set to change the line automatically. So every time I execute this statement, it will change the line. Similarly, CSE 1010, after executing this thing, it will change the line. If we have anything to print, it will start printing from the next line. Okay? We can modify or override this behavior by passing the default value, updating the value to overwrite its default value. So end is the parameter in the print function definition. So the default value is change of line character, which is \n. But here we are passing a space as an end character. So what it will do is it will print hello, and then instead of changing a line, it will give a space. And then it will execute the next instruction. So hello space CSE 1010 will appear in the same line. Okay? Now you might be wondering, like I passed different value here, why I'm passing a variable name equals and the value here. It is because in this example we had only one default parameter. Okay? We can have multiple default parameters. So if you look at the print function definition, the actual definition, it has number of parameters that has default value. So we can pass the default value for a specific parameter. We can just define, use the name of that parameter, which is end in this case, and pass the value. So in this example, I have provided one single space. You could have provided a tab. You could have provided a string of like asterisk. So it will print hello, maybe 3 asterisk as you put it here, and then whatever the next thing is. Okay? So this is a very good example of default parameters. And you may end up using this in your assignments in labs very frequently. And you will see it in your assignments.